Basta.
You told me to do 4. I do 4. Do 4. Why do you need to do 4? I just need to do 1. Do 4.
Listen, I went down to camp before he fought. His focus and the level of, intense training he was doing. And I said, I don't know it all. When he explained that to me, I was just like, yeah, you're right. Let me back up a little what I see.
Yeah.
More so than trying to coach him into being this fighter that I want them to be.
Being a version of you.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford has been left stunned by the intensity of Manny Pacquiao's monster training regimen for a mega showdown with Floyd Mayweather. Preparation more seriously after the official confirmation of his rematch, with Floyd showing intense and aggressive training in newly surfaced footage. Terence Crawford has also been seen in the Pacquiao camp, joining him for intense early morning runs and gym sessions. Manny Pacquiao loves doing road work, often training with a large group around him, feeding off the energy and maintaining a strong, disciplined routine alongside his team.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 2. Up. 5, 6.
I'm watching you guys.
9,
Up.
Let's go.
Away from you, right?
Help me out here.
Up.
I know.
Up. We're young.
26, 5, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40.
Trainer says he works like a machine, constantly surprising everyone in the gym with his non-stop energy, relentless discipline, and incredibly intense training routine.
He did a whole...
Been with him for 22 years.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he's a machine. He ran an hour. He did strength and conditioning with you, which is not easy.
He ran an hour. He didn't realize that this gets a bit harder. As we increase the rounds to this, he's got to pull back on the runs a little bit. Now he knows.
He did strength and conditioning with you. He went all out. He worked hard, and now he's doing 1,600 sit-ups.
Yeah, well,
He's a machine.
Yeah.
What kind of machine is he?
Huh?
What kind of machine?
Crazy machine. Hey, well, but as we increase this, will pull the rein back shorter, faster. But he knows. So now he knows what the train's about. We increase the train, we increase the stations, change it up all the time, so it's continually shocking his system, and we get the good results.
It was a great workout this morning. He worked hard, as he always does. And
praised Manny Pacquiao as a strong, unique fighter, saying no one fights like him. He described Pacquiao as truly special and even called him the best opponent he ever faced, ranking him among boxing's greatest fighters due to his skill, rhythm, and legendary career.
What's the most difficult thing to adjust to or get used to with Pacquiao in the ring?
I mean, nobody fights like him. He's very difficult to prepare for. It took Marquez 4 fights to figure him out. You know, and Marquez is one of the fastest thinkers in the game. And he's just such a difficult guy to zone in on. I always felt like just as I was getting my crosshairs on him, he would change his rhythm. He's a very rhythmic fighter. He uses broken rhythm very, very well. And yeah, adjustments on the fly, which is what I think all the best fighters in the world do. All the top guys I fought made vast adjustments along the way. So yeah, Manny's he's special, as is Floyd.
His power, where did it rank among the fighters that you faced?
Not the hardest, but also very hard. You know, Keith Thurman famously said he's got bricks for hands. It's very true. So you have bricks for hands plus fast hands, plus punches you don't see, makes him a very dangerous puncher. But he wouldn't say he was the hardest. Ruslan hit, I believe, way harder. He was crunching power. But in terms of a guy with fast hands who has hard hands, but also punches from angles that are hard to see,
He wouldn't say he was the hardest. Rios hit, I believe, way harder, huge crunching power, but in terms of a guy with fast hands who has hard hands but also punches from angles that are hard to see, very, very dangerous. Pacquiao says being back in training camp has renewed his energy, adding that his passion for boxing is still burning strong and he believes his journey in the sport is far from over.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally, you want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that oh man, his career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not done yet. And
why do you feel that way? Because you've achieved so much. You've done everything. You're a Hall of Famer. Where is that coming from? The need to want to show people like, no, I'm not done yet. Like, well, why can't you just be like, nah, I can do whatever I want. I've done everything.
You know, I can easily fight a easy opponent or non-boxers. I can easily pick a easy to win, but I pick the best because I want to add more in my legacy.
This text is identical to the last segment I rewrote. If you intended to paste a new portion of the transcript, please share it and I will rewrite it in the same style while matching the original length exactly.
Working with your team, they've told me that they've seen you more hungry, more driven, more focused. Why not fight a YouTuber? Why not take an easy fight, you know? Like at 42, you're taking on arguably either the best or a 1A or 1B welterweight in the world. Why not go fight a Logan Paul, a Jake Paul, and make a lot of money and not have a hard fight?
I mean, the question is, what's that for in your legacy, in my legacy? No, I want to fight the best so that can...
Critics reacted dismissively to the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, suggesting it feels like two old men fighting despite the hype.
Mayweather and Pacquiao are fighting again. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's two legends / two old men who are fighting each other. You know, they haven't been very active. It's a big money grab. I'm gonna say it like this: I don't hate it, because the division is actually moving. It's not like they're fighting for a title and keeping guys out of the way. They're fighting each other. They both make a lot of money, and it's going to bring so much nostalgia for both of their careers in the build-up. For those 2 months where we're leading up to Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, all we're going to do is watch, and talk about their fights. And I love that. I love that idea because I think they're two stalwarts in our sport. And in terms of them fighting each other, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to put on a barn-burning performance, especially when they're damn near 50. But I don't know. I'm not super mad at it. I actually am looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Veteran trainer Ronnie Shields believes fans shouldn't be surprised if Manny Pacquiao manages to defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their rematch. He points to Pacquiao's explosive speed and relentless style as key factors that could trouble Mayweather inside the ring.
For both guys, you know, and look, it's hard to pick a winner for me on that fight because, you know, Pacquiao is a slick.
While acknowledging Mayweather's intelligence and defensive brilliance, Shields stresses that the outcome will ultimately come down to strategy and execution on fight night. He suggests that if Pacquiao applies the right game plan and maintains pressure, he has the tools to make the fight highly competitive and even pull off a victory.
He's a pressure fighter. And, I mean, man, that's going to be explosive. It's all, you know, and I guess whoever had the best game.
Shields believes age is not the deciding factor in a fight involving Manny Pacquiao. Instead, he emphasizes that determination, experience, and the hunger to win will play a much bigger role inside the ring. Shields points out that Pacquiao's mindset and drive can outweigh any concerns about age, making him just as dangerous as ever. He also admits that it's extremely difficult to predict the outcome, stressing that both fighters have the tools to win and that the final result will come down to strategy and execution on fight night.
You know, I mean, you know, experience is probably the best thing. But, you know, the determination, I think, is going to be a big factor in this fight. And, I mean, you know, look, it's hard to pick a winner. I mean, it really is. It's, you know, it's going to be a great fight and a tough fight. And I definitely want to.
Analyst Chris Algieri believes the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will be an even bigger event than their first encounter, which was already one of the most historic fights in boxing history. He expects the second fight to generate massive global attention, especially with both legends returning for another chapter. However, Algieri still leans toward Mayweather winning again, pointing to his defensive skills, ring IQ, and ability to capitalize on mistakes, something he has consistently done throughout his undefeated career. While he respects Pacquiao's aggression and heart, Algieri feels Mayweather's style remains a difficult puzzle to solve, making him the favorite once again.
Fight in September, Mayweather's putting his 50-0 on the line on Netflix. How big is that and who wins?
I think it's a big fight. It might actually be a better fight than the first one. You know, I famously went on record and said that Manny Pacquiao's style was no good for Floyd. I mean, Manny Pacquiao would not be able to beat Floyd because the styles just didn't match up. And it was right after I fought him where I said that, because I could just see where there were spots where Floyd, his fundamental skills, his boxing style, his ability to control space and pace would have given Manny a lot of trouble. And sure enough, when they fought, they did. But how much is left of both of these guys? We saw Manny in the Barrios fight. Very impressive that he went 12. But again, he had a guy in Barrios who didn't step on it. You know, he let Manny dictate and fight for portions of the round. And Floyd's been pretty active. He's been fighting exhibitions over the last couple of years. Not 10 rounders, not with really dangerous opponents, but I feel like they're probably in a pretty similar area right now in terms of their momentum. But yeah, I don't know, man. It might be actually a little more entertaining than the first fight. It might be a little.
Reports suggest that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao could generate massive financial returns in one of boxing's biggest events of 2026, with speculation around extremely high payouts for both fighters. Given the spectacle and global interest it's attracting, the matchup's commercial appeal, especially with it being held at the Sphere and streamed on Netflix, reflects Pacquiao's enduring global star power and the demand for equal negotiation terms that reward both legends. Despite the huge sums involved, both athletes remain focused on their performance, knowing that elite competition will drive public excitement and solidify their legacies in.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why this fight is happening. Netflix is involved. Netflix has said that they, want to put on big, huge events. If you were to grade the type of events they've put on in terms of how serious they are, and when I say serious, I mean like real fights, okay? Like real fights with implications in boxing. You have to give them like a C, honestly. Like, look at the fights they've put on, okay? And if there's any criticism, albeit constructive criticism, towards Netflix, is I feel that they should step up the type of fights they're putting on their platform, because there could be a lot of blowback. there was a huge amount of blowback the first Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay? You had all this attention. Literally the whole sports world and a big part of the world was tuned in to this fight. And the fight was boring.
There's a lot of uncertainty heading into the fight. Malignaggi notes that it's been many years since we've seen Mayweather in a competitive pro bout, as his last official fight was in 2017, so he's not exactly sure what version of Mayweather will show up in the ring now at nearly 50 years old. With that ring rust and long layoff in mind, Malignaggi says it's hard to predict how sharp or effective Mayweather will be against a still hungry Pacquiao, and he believes that will be one of the biggest questions coming into fight night. Interview 17. This text is identical to the last segment I rewrote. If you intended to paste a new portion of the transcript, please share it and I will rewrite it in the same style while matching the original length exactly.
Mayweather we used to see. We'll see what Mayweather exists at 49 years old. Honestly, I don't know. You know, we're comparing the Mayweather we used to see against the Pacquiao we just saw. We really don't have anything to go by for Mayweather because he hasn't been active recently. 49. We'll see what he has left. He was an excellent fighter, but we'll see what he has left at 49.
Paulie, appreciate your time, man. You're doing great work over at Pro Boxing.
We're a growing company, man.
Has said that even at his advanced age, Floyd Mayweather Jr. still stands head and shoulders above most other fighters because of his disciplined lifestyle and unparalleled skill. Rogan points out that Mayweather takes excellent care of his body. He trains regularly, avoids harmful habits like drinking and partying, and eats right, which helps him maintain a level of sharpness few can match even decades into his career. According to Rogan, it's this commitment to conditioning and smart living that allows Mayweather's timing, reflexes, and defensive instincts to stay at an elite standard long after many of his contemporaries have faded. While age naturally affects all athletes, Rogan believes that Mayweather's meticulous preparation and lifestyle choices keep him competitive and difficult to beat. For most challengers, they were never there in the first place, cause if he was here and he's lost this much, they're still here.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Well, the one fight between like guys who retired and came back that I'm still interested in seeing is him and Manny. And I know they're going to do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high level fight though. That's what I love about it. Because I think Manny is still a high level fighter. And Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been doing,
He be looking good, huh?
He looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him in sparring, like, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't see Manny being able to beat Floyd Mayweather. Like, I don't see it. I think Manny looked solid his last fight with Barrios, but I just don't see Floyd losing. Like, I think it's some guys that he could come back today in the sport of boxing and fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Like guys
even
like
though he's
Barrios,
46. Yeah, right.
I think he would.
The rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao is shaping up to be one of the most talked about events in boxing history, reigniting one of the sport's greatest rivalries more than a decade after their first monumental clash, with the bout officially scheduled for September 19th. 2026 at the Las Vegas Sphere and set to stream globally on Netflix. Both legends are training intensely and drawing massive global interest despite their ages. Fans, trainers, and fighters alike are excited to see how strategy, heart, and preparation will influence the outcome. While Mayweather's defensive genius and Pacquiao's relentless aggression remain focal points, the rematch promises high drama, huge financial stakes, and another chance for both men to further cement their legacies in boxing lore. Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquaterzz and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.